respected elders, educationists, dear teachers and dearest students, welcome. First of all, it is my kind request that those who have been to subscribe our channel so far may kindly subscribe it. Dear students, in this class we are going the ways of converting clauses into phrases. What are the rules to convert a clause into a phrase? So these rules are very important. That is, the rules of converting a clause into a phrase is very, very important. Without knowing these rules, we cannot, neither speak nor write English. Without knowing these rules, the way of converting or changing clauses into phrase is very must. Without knowing these rules, who can neither speak nor write English. So it is so vital. It is the rules of changing, converting the clauses into phrase and phrases into clauses. Both are important. Today we are going to see the rules for changing clauses into phrase. Come. Grammar, the phrase and the clause. Part 3. Changing clauses into phrase. Video 142. Date 10/6/23. Changing clauses into phrase. Part 3. Some important phrases and their complex and compound conjunctions. Dear students, to convert a clause into a phrase, we ought to know these three classes of phrases. That is, a phrase, its complex conjunction and compound conjunction. Every phrase has its complex and compound conjunctions. Without knowing these conjunctions, we cannot convert either a complex sentence or compound clause into a phrase. So this table is very, very important. For all the phrases, we should know its complex conjunction and compound conjunctions. See, let us see first. In spite of phrase, its complex conjunction is though, although, even though, even if. 4 conjunctions. Compound conjunction, but yet still. So the conjunctions, complex and compound conjunctions of in spite of are complex, though, although, even though, even if. Compound, but yet still. Similarly, because of, due to, on account of, owing to. 4 phrases. Their complex conjunctions are as, since, because. Compound conjunctions are and so. In the event of, in case of. These are the 2 classes. 2 phrases. Their complex conjunction is, compound conjunction is are. On, complex conjunction when. As soon as. Compound conjunction and then. to, complex conjunction, so that not. Compound conjunctions, worry and so. Besides, complex, not only but also. And having plus past participle, after and then. So these things, the complex and compound conjunctions of every phrase, we ought to know, we should know. Then only we can speak and write English. Then only we can convert a phrase into a class and a class into a phrase. So be careful, be careful in memorizing these things. Phrase, complex conjunction and compound conjunctions. Changing clauses into phrases. We have already learnt phrases and clauses. There are three kinds of phrases and three kinds of clauses that we know. Adjective phrase, adverb phrase, noun phrase. Similarly, adjective clause, adverb clause, noun clause. All these things, the three things we have already learnt. Here we have to know recording classes. We have to know that there is a further classification of classes. We have already seen classes, that is adjective class, adverb class and noun class. Here there is a further classification of clauses and recording the formation of sentences. Recording formation of sentences. There are two types of clauses on the basis of forming sentences. There are two types of clauses on the recording and the formation of sentences. They are main class. On the formation of sentences, there are two kinds of clauses. One is main class, another is subordinate class. The another name of main class is major class, principal class, a primary class. And the subordinate class, its other names are minor class, auxiliary class, secondary class. So main class and subordinate class, they have the names also. See, what is the main class? The class that can give a complete meaning by itself, it is called a main class. The sentence that can give a complete meaning by itself is called a main class. That is, if a sentence can give a complete meaning by itself, it is called a main class. Example, I learn English. I learn English, it gives a complete meaning. So it is a main class. What is a subordinate class? The class that cannot give a complete meaning by itself is called a subordinate class. The class that cannot give a complete meaning by itself is called a subordinate class. That is, if a class cannot give a complete meaning by itself, it is called a subordinate class. Example, if you learn English, it is not giving a complete meaning. In the event of, if you learn English, in the event of you learning, in the event of learning English, if you learn English, it is a subordinate class. So, on the basis of forming sentences, clauses there are two types of clauses. One is main class and another is subordinate class. If a clause can give a complete meaning by itself, it is called a main class. If a clause cannot give a complete meaning by itself, it is called a subordinate class. Okay. Now, first we are going to change the subordinate class into its phrase. Okay. Changing subordinate classes into phrase. Rules. Rule 1. First, change the subordinate conjunction into its phrase. First of all, we should change the subordinate conjunction into its phrase. Then second rule is the present verb. I mean the verb, if there is, change the second rule is the subject in subordinate class should be changed. Must change it into its possessive. The subject should be changed into its possessive. Subject into possessive. The third rule, if there is only one verb, whether present tense or past tense verb, there should be changed into its present participle. If there is only one verb, present or past, you should be changed into its past participle. If there are two or three verbs, the first verb should be changed into its present participle. If there is only one verb, it should be changed into its present participle. If there are two or three verbs, the first verb should be changed into its present participle. But the auxiliary verbs will, would, shall, should, may, might, can, could, must, should be totally tracked. If any one of the auxiliary verbs appears, they should be totally removed. That's all. The three rules, the three main rules are: first, the conjunction, the subordinate conjunction. I mean, the conjunction should be converted into a phrase. The subject should be removed. I mean, the conjunction should be removed, and its phrase should be placed first. Then, the subject should be changed into its possessive. Thirdly, the verb should be changed into participle. For that, I got told the three rules. If there is only one verb, present or past, it should be changed into its present participle. If there are two or more verbs, the first verb should be changed into its present participle. If any one of the 9 auxiliary verbs comes, any one of the 3 auxiliary verbs comes, will, would, shall, should, may, might, can, would, must, they should be removed. That's all. These three rules: first, changing the conjunction into phrase, then changing the subject into its possessive, then changing the verb into its participle. These are the main rules. Let us see the first sentence. Though she ran fast, she missed the bus. She ran fast, but she could not catch the bus. Though she ran fast, she missed the bus. Though she ran fast is the subordinate clause. We got to change it into phrase. See, though is the conjunction, complex conjunction. Its phrase is in spite of. Then the subject she, its possessive is her. Then the verb ran, its present participle is running. Things are over. Three rules. Change the conjunction, subordinate conjunction, into phrase. Then change the subject into its possessive. Then change the verb into its present participle. Whether it is present or past, that doesn't matter. It's present participle. Things are over. One verb, then only when there is only one verb. Then other things would be like this. Though she ran fast, she missed the bus. In spite of her running fast, she missed the bus. Now we have changed the clause into a phrase. Though she ran, it is the clause, subordinate clause. In spite of her running, it is the phrase. So we have changed the subordinate clause. Though she ran, in spite of her running, into a phrase. Then second one, you see, as he worked hard, he got good marks. He worked hard, got good marks. He worked hard, he got good marks. Here the subordinate clause is as he worked hard. We got to change the as he worked hard into a phrase. It is a clause, subordinate clause. We have to change it into a phrase. So, as conjunction, its phrase is because of. There are 4. Because of, owing to, due to, on account of. Any one of the 4 phrases can be used as because of. Subject key, possessive keys. Worked, working. Past tense, present, working. Things are over. As he worked hard, because of his working hard. Then other things will be like that. Because of his, as he worked hard, he got good marks. Because of his working hard, he got good marks. The third example. If you work hard, you will get good marks. You should work hard. Then only you can get good marks. If you work hard, condition. If you work hard, you will get good marks. Here, if you work hard is the subordinate clause. We have to change it into a phrase. If each phrase is in the event of or in case of. In the event of or in case of. If conjunction, complex conjunction. Its phrase is in the event of or in case of. Okay. Then the subject you, possessive your. Work, working. Things are over. We have made the 3 changes. Changing conjunction into phrase, changing the subject into possessive, and then changing the verb into participle. Things are over. So, if you work hard, you will get good marks. In the event of you are working hard, you will get good marks. Then, third one, fourth one. When he finished his work, he went out. See, he finished his work, he went out. When he finished his work, he went out. That is, as soon as he finished his work, he went out. Now, here the subordinate clause is when he finished his work. We have to change it into phrase. When its phrase is on. He possessive case. Finished, finishing. Things are over. Three changes. And subordinate conjunction into phrase. Subject into possessive. And then verb into present participle. So when he finished his work, he went out. On his finishing his work, he went out. Fifth one. If he had worked hard, he would have got good marks. Condition of that third. So that impossible type. If he had worked hard, he would have got good marks. That means he did not work hard, he did not get good marks. That is the case. If he had worked hard, he would have got good marks. What does it mean? He did not work hard, he did not get good marks. Okay. Here the subordinate clause is if you had worked hard. We have to change it into phrase. If, in case of, or in the event of. Then he, his, possessive, subject to possessive. Okay, there are two verbs, had worked. There are two verbs. Change the first verb into its present participle. That is, had, having. Things are over. If, in the event of, in case of, he, his, had worked, had, having. Things are over. If we had worked hard, in the event of his working hard, things are over. Then sixth one, 2-2. It has some special rules we have to apply. Here, there are some special rules. See, 2-2. Here, this is the complex sentence. That is, he is so poor that he cannot continue his study. That is, as he is very poor, he cannot continue his study. That meanings. That can be expressed in this way. In this way also, he is so poor that he cannot continue his study. As he is very poor, he cannot continue his study. So here the rule is this so should be replaced by to, and that he cannot should be replaced by to. That's all. First, it is a complex sentence. Here, this so should be replaced by to, and that he cannot should be replaced by to. He is so poor that he cannot continue his study. Phrase, he is too poor to continue his study. To your phrase. Okay, it is complex, it is simple. Thus we have seen the rules of changing a subordinate clause into a phrase. Six examples I have shown you. So here are some important things that you have to know. My dear students, very important notes you have to say. See, changing the subject into its possessive depends upon the nature of the sentence. That is, when the subjects in the subordinate clause and the main clause are the same, we need not use its possessive. That is, when the subject in the main clause and in the subordinate clause and the main clause are the same, that subject need not be changed into its phrase. May or may not be changed into its possessive, or it can be simply removed. When we can simply remove the subject of the subordinate clause, that is, when the subject in the subordinate clause and the main clause are the same, that subject need not be changed into its possessive. The subjects can be simply removed. That's all. Example, if you work hard, you will get good marks. Here the subject in the subordinate clause is you. Here also the subject is you. So here the you need not be converted into its possessive, need not be changed into its possessive. It can be totally removed. In the event of working hard, you will get good marks. In the event of working hard, you will get good marks. We need not change the you into its possessive. If you change it into its possessive, no matter. That doesn't matter. That won't affect the meaning of the sentence. We can either change it to its possessive, or we can simply remove it. But removing it is good. So this is when the both the subject when the subject in the both the classes are the same, the first subject can be totally removed. But when the subjects of the two classes, subordinate class and main class, are different, when the subjects in the subordinate class and the main class are different, the subject of the subordinate class must be changed into its possessive. Dear students, when the subject both in the subordinate class and main class are the same, the subject in the subordinate class can be totally removed. But when the subject in the subordinate class and the main class are different, the subject in the subordinate class should be changed into its possessive. You see? If you help me, I can continue my study. If you help me, I can continue my study. Here, subject in the subordinate class, the subject is you. In the main class, the subject is I. So this you should be changed into its possessive. So, okay? If in the your helping, in the event of your helping, if you help me, in the event of your helping me, if you help me, in the event of your helping me, then everything will be. Here we got to know one more things, my dear students. Here we got to know one more thing. That is, this verb can be changed into its present participle, or if this verb has a noun of its own, that noun can be used. Help is the verb as well as help is the noun. So instead of your helping, you can use your help. Instead of your helping, you can use your help. Instead of helping, you can use help. Helping is participle. There is also a noun, helping. Instead of helping, we can use help. So here, what I have explained here is, when the subject in the subordinate class and the main class are the same, the subject in the subordinate class need not be changed into its possessive. That can be removed. But when the subject in the subordinate class and main classes are different, the subject in the main class, in the subordinate class, should be changed into its possessive. That's all. Then converting the conjunction into its phrase and the verb into present participle. Must. Then now in A, changing the subordinate class into a phrase. Here we are going to see changing the main class into its phrase. Changing main classes into its phrase. Here the rules are the same. First of all, place first the phrase of the compound conjunction. Remove the conjunction. First place the phrase of the compound conjunction. Remove the compound conjunction and place its phrase first. Then regarding the subject, change it into its possessive or remove it, as I explained. Regarding the subject, either change it into its possessive or remove it according to the case, according to the cases that we have seen above. You can either change the subject into its price if it is must. If it is not must, you can remove it. Then thirdly, change the verb into its participle. So 3 rules: change the compound sentence into its phrase. Put the phrase first. Then change the subject into its phrase or remove it, as the case may be, according to the conditions. Then thirdly, it must change the verb into its present participle, as we did in the subordinate class. See, she ran fast, yet she missed the bus. See, she ran fast, but yet still she cannot. She could not catch the bus. She ran fast, yet she could not catch the bus. She ran fast, yet she missed the bus. Here the first sentence is she ran fast. Here the conjunction is yet, but yet still. First its phrase is in spite of, but yet still compound conjunction. Its phrase is in spite of. Yet in spite of. Then she can run, running, as we have seen already. So the main thing is conjunction, compound conjunction. Its phrase in spite of. Then she possessive her, run, running. We can use either running, her running, or simply running. Things are also, she ran fast, yet she ran fast yet in spite of her running fast, or in spite of running fast, in spite of her running fast, or in spite of running fast. You can say in either way. See? In spite of her running fast, or in spite of running fast, you can say. So the main thing is the compound conjunction should change its place. Then the noun, subject into possessive or not. When both the subjects are the same, we need not use it. Then verb in its present participle. In spite of running fast, she missed the bus. In spite of running fast, she missed the bus. Then second verb. He worked hard and got good marks. That is, as he worked hard, he got good marks. Because of working hard, he got good. You see? And so. And its conjunction is, its phrase is because of. And so. Its phrase is because of. And because of. He, his, worked, working. Things are good. You can say either his working or working. Or hard work. You see. And because of. He worked hard and got good marks. And because of. His, working. Things are. He worked hard and got good marks. Because of working hard, he got good marks. Because of his working hard, or because of working hard. In the ways of working hard, we can use either as I told you in the subordinate class, we can use working hard means hard work. We can use the word hard work. Because of hard work, or because of working hard, because of working hard, because of hard work. We can say. See the second sentence. He worked hard and so his sister continued with study. Here he worked hard and so is the conjunction. Its phrase is because of. And so because of. He should be changed into his. Here the first in the first class the subject is he. In the second class, in the second sentence, the subject is his sister. Both are different. The subjects are different. So this subject should be changed into its possessive. Okay? Now you will be able to understand. He worked hard and so his sister continued her study. Because of his working hard, because of his working hard, or because of his hard work. You can say, because of his hard work. Because of his working hard, his sister continued her study. Because of his hard work, working hard or hard work, his sister continued her study. Then third example, you must work hard or you will not get good marks. Here, you must work hard or not. You must work hard or not. We got to change it into a phrase. This is the class. We got to change it into a phrase. You see? Or in the event of. Or not. Or not in the event of. Or not in the event of. Or not in the event of. You, your. Must should be removed. I have already told you the 6 auxiliaries should be removed. Then working. Working hard or hard work. Working hard or hard work. The things are over. Or not in the event of. Or not in the event of. You, your. Must removed. Working. Or working hard or hard work. So you must work hard or you will not get good marks. In the event of working hard, you will get good marks. See, this can be, in the 4 ways. In the event of you working hard, you will get good marks. Or in the event of working hard, the your is not here, you work hard, you will get marks. In the event of your hard work, in the event of your hard work, you will get good marks. Or in the event of hard work, the sentence can be converted into in a class in these 4 ways. This is a compound sentence. It is a simple sentence. It is a compound sentence. It is a complex. It is a simple sentence. When you reduce a phrase, when you reduce a class into a phrase, that sentence, if it is a subordinate class, that complex sentence will become a simple sentence. If it is a compound sentence, then the compound sentence will become a simple sentence. When we reduce a class into a phrase, it would simply become a simple sentence. That's all. So in either way, in this 4 ways, this sentence can be reduced into a phrase. Then 4th one, he finished his work and then went out. First he finished his work, then he went out. He finished his work and then is the conjunction, and then or phrase. He, his, finished, finishing, things are over. And then conjunction, a phrase on. He, his, finished, finish. On finishing his work, on his finishing his work, he went out. On finishing his work, he went out. You can either use his or you can leave it. But leaving it is better. Then 5th one. He had not worked hard or he would have got good marks. He had not worked hard or he would have got good marks. What does it mean? It means he did not work hard. He did not get good marks. He did not work hard. He did not get good marks. He had not worked hard or he would have got good marks. That is, he did not work hard. He did not get good marks. Here, he had not worked hard. He had not worked hard or is the main class. Here we get to change into phrase not and are should be changed into its phrase. Its phrase is in the event of or in case of or in case of or in the or not in case of or in the event of. In case of he, his, had worked, having worked hard, not and are and not in case of. He, his, had worked, 2 verbs. First verb, had has been changed into having. Not or in case of. He, his, had worked, having worked. had having. Things are over. See, he had not worked hard, or he would have got good marks. In case of his having worked hard, he would have got good marks. In case of having worked hard, in case of having worked hard, in case of having worked hard, he would have got good marks. In case of hard work, he would have got good marks. In the four ways, this sentence can be. In these three ways, this complex sentence, this compound sentence can be converted into a simple sentence. That is, this main class can be converted into a phrase. In case of his having worked hard, or in case of having worked hard, or in case of hard work. Yes, sir? He had not worked hard, or in case of his working hard, in case of his having worked hard, in case of having worked hard, in case of worked hard. This can be changed, expressed in these four ways. In case of his having worked hard, in case of having worked hard, in case of hard work. Yes. Then the final one is 2-2. See, he is very poor, and so he cannot continue his study. That is, he is very poor, so he cannot continue his study. The formation of sentences using 2-2 has different rules. So I have shown it in a different way. Here, he is very poor, and so he cannot continue his study. This is a compound sentence. Here, when it is so poor, we removed so and used to. Here, remove very and used to, and remove and so cannot, and so he cannot should be replaced by 2. Replace very by 2, and replace and so he cannot by 2. Okay, he is very poor, and so he cannot continue his study. He is too poor to continue his study. This is a compound sentence. This is a simple sentence. So, he is too poor to continue his study. It's okay? So, dear students, converting a main clause into a phrase, it means converting a compound sentence into a simple sentence. Converting a main clause into a phrase means converting a compound sentence into a simple sentence. So, what are the rules to converting main clause into a phrase? The 3 rules. First, the compound conjunction should be removed, and its phrase should be placed at the beginning of the sentence. Then the subject should be reduced into then the subject should be changed into its possessive. Then the verb should be changed into its present participle. Normally, the verb should be changed into its present participle. When one verb present participle, when 2 or more verbs, the first verb present into present participle. But the auxiliaries, 9 auxiliaries, shall, will, would, etc. If they come, they should be removed. Dear students, here I would like to view some of the simple, complex and compound sentences. Here I am introducing you. See, simple, complex and compound sentences. Let us know. Because of working hard, Rani got good marks. That becomes a phrase. Because of working hard, Rani got good marks. Simple sentence. As Rani worked hard, she got good marks. Complex sentence. Rani worked hard and got good marks. Compound sentence. Dear students, converting a clause into a phrase. In the way of converting a phrase into a clause, I have introduced you changing a complex sentence and a compound sentence into a phrase, into a simple sentence. In the name of reducing a clause into a phrase, I have introduced to you the way of the methods or the rules of changing a complex sentence into a simple sentence, a compound sentence into a simple sentence. Yes, sir. In the way, telling the changing clauses into phrases. I have taught you the way of converting a complex sentence into a simple sentence and a compound sentence into a simple sentence. So, because of working hard, it is a simple sentence. As Rani worked hard, it is a complex sentence. Rani worked hard and got good marks, compound sentence. The meaning of these three forms of sentences are the same. But one is simple, another is complex, and yet another one is compound. Simple, complex and compound. Regarding the 2-2 version, simple, compound, complex. He is too poor to continue his study. He is so poor that he cannot continue his study. He is very poor and so he cannot continue his study. One is simple, another is complex, and is compound. My dear students, here I have introduced very important things, that is the methods of converting classes into phrases. The methods of converting classes into phrases. So we have to know, we were already seen in the phrase and classes, we have seen there are three classes, that is adjective class, adverb class and noun class. They are different. But in recording the formation of sentences, there are two types of sentences. One is subordinate class and another is main class. What is a main class and what is a subordinate class? If a clause could give the complete meaning by itself, when it stand alone, it should give a complete meaning. That is called a main class. That's I learned English. It is a main class. If a clause cannot give a complete meaning by itself, it is a complex sentence. That is, if I study well, it is a complex class. It is a subordinate class. So there are two kinds of classes. Now I have taught you the rules of changing a subordinate class into a phrase and changing a main class into a phrase. That is to change a subordinate class into a phrase. First, the subordinate conjunction should be changed into its phrase. Then the subject should be changed into its phrase. Third, if there is one verb, that verb should be changed into its present participle. Present tense and past tense into its present participle. If there are two or more verbs, the first verb should be changed into its present participle. But regarding the 9 auxiliaries, shall, should, etc., they should be removed. These are the rules. And changing the noun subject into its phrase depends upon the sentence. If the subject in both the sentences, in the subordinate class and the main class, are the same, the subject in the main class need not be changed into its phrase. That can be simply removed. But when the subject in the subordinate class and main class are the same, the subject in the main class should be changed into its possessive. That's all. These are the main things. Regarding changing a main class into a phrase is the same. That is the compound conjunction should be changed into its phrase. Then regarding subject and verb, the rules go for the subordinate class is the same for the main class also. Here, dear students, in the way of converting classes into phrase, I have taught you the way of changing a complex sentence into a simple sentence, changing a compound sentence into a simple sentence. My dear students, in English there are 3 forms of sentences: simple sentence, complex sentence and compound sentence. In the following classes we are going to see Here I have taught you not only the changing clauses into phrase, but also changing compound and compound complex sentences into a simple sentence. In the next class, we are going to see changing phrases into classes. Here we have seen changing classes into phrase. In the following class, we are going to see changing phrases into class, vice versa. We have to see. In the next class, we will see that. My dear students and others, I thank you for keenly listening to my class. I am recording the lessons of converting classes into phrase. Okay. Till I meet you in the last class, I wish all of you a very nice time. Thank you. A very nice and sweet time. Thank you.